Greetings, everyone, and welcome all, to Peace Walker. Now, we've seen this run a few times on the channel thus far, run by Mini, who is also, still running this game. But, we're going to do it differently this time.
This time we're doing co-op.
Co-op, first ending. Let's go.
Alright. So we have our special countdown to make the save file. And then a countdown to start the run. Because after the save file starts, it's like it takes a varying amount of time to complete, but you can clear it on the same time, so there you go. Alright, you ready, Python?
Ready.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, save.
Alright.
3, 2, 1, go.
So, being a co-op run, we will be combining forces and taking down Metal Gear. But not quite yet. The first stage is a little bit special in that we both have to do it solo. There is no opportunity to actually team up for the prologue mission. So what we're going to be doing is essentially we're going to be racing each other for the first mission and then co-op the rest of the way.
They've got a supply port north of...
Taking down Metal Gear? It can't be. But it will be. Just you wait.
So skipping cutscenes in this game is done by pressing start and then the confirm button. But one interesting thing is that you can actually buffer the input to skip a cutscene. So once the cutscene loads in and you see the peace symbol in the corner go away, you can press start and circle or confirm right after, and the game will read those inputs in that order and perform them immediately, which is very handy.
So it is also worth noting that I am playing in English, and Mini is playing actually on the JP copy. He will be loading slightly faster than me in every single case throughout the run, so he will be the host. So co-op in this game, speedruns of co-op in this game specifically have not been broached very often because of the fact that the co-op is not LAN, there's no LAN option. We have to connect over the internet. Even if we were to be right beside each other, we would have to connect over the internet and go forward from there. So, this first mission is very, very simple. There's not a whole lot you can screw up.
Yeah. It's pretty much just go through the area, do the QTEs at the end of the level, and then get into Mother Base for our menu. So we're going to be Fultoning a lot of soldiers in this run. And they're pretty much all going to get dumped into R&D.
Security is tight.
Even if they don't have any skills in R&D, they're going in there.
Yeah.
Because this run is, like, just barely able to beat the game. As in, like, we barely are able to fight Peace Walker, which is just how, like, tight this route is.
Yeah. And, in fact, I was totally zoning out while he was explaining it, but there's going to be a boss specifically that we do non-lethally so that we can make this work.
Yes, yeah. But we will explain that when we get to it.
Indeed. So, Peace Walker also introduces another mechanic. QuickTime events. Who likes QuickTime events?
Freeze! The cargo. Where's it headed? What is it?
So, the QuickTime events in co-op, when we get to actually doing co-op, they're a little bit wonky due to latency between the two of us. But as long as we both know what we're doing and we've practiced this a fair bit, we submitted this for GDQ, so we're pretty well versed in in at least the the QTEs. But once we start getting into the co-op portion of this, we're gonna be actually there's gonna be a decent amount of communication between us, and we probably won't be explaining literally everything.
We'll try and explain things as it comes along, but because we have to talk to each other to coordinate things, might get a little silly, but that's okay. So we're at Mother Base, and we have to do a little bit of menuing. Thankfully, this first menu is very easy. You just auto-assign everyone, then go grab Miller and put him in R&D. You skip all the tutorials.
Hopefully. Then
you upgrade your Mark 22 and your smoke grenade. And then go in.
So, Mini has run this game a fair bit more than I have, so my menus are going to be way sloppier than his, which is another reason why he's the host.
Oops, I forgot to sign into PSN.
Oh, no.
That's okay. It's signing in right now. Friends only, so no of you guys can snipe my lobby.
So, for the first half of this run, we're basically going to be running in with the naked camo, because it's in this game the movement speed is tied to how light or heavy you are. So the naked camo is actually the lightest uniform that we have access to in First Ending. Now, for ILs and such, we have access to New Game Plus save files, which has completely overpowered weaponry, this, that, and the other thing, but for the most part, the most important part, rather, of the New Game Plus file for ILs is actually the swimsuit, because it's, well, it's lighter than naked, and we also have soldiers that go fast.
You move really fast in the swimsuit, but not as fast as what we're about to demonstrate. We're going to demonstrate something just a little bit faster than run around in the bikini or swimsuit.
The banana
whichever
hammock.
Kind of soldier you use. So here we are loaded in. We're finally together. We're going to be dealing with these guys. I missed. That's okay.
So we can't actually Fulton soldiers until they're completely on the ground, so us missing so many times is a bit not great, but it's not like the end of the world or anything.
And I'm going to show it off in here. Python will as well. Box boosting. So this is the fastest form of movement. You get in a box, and you mash the action button?
The fire button.
The fire button. And that gives you a dash. At the cost of some psyche gauge. That is, by far, the fastest movement in the game. And we use it pretty much everywhere we can.
Man, my aim is all over the place today. And yeah, Trombonchino, this is absolutely one of the most fun things.
Yes, this is a lot of fun.
But yeah, for the most part, we're going to be trying to divide and conquer in terms of weapon, or not weapon, but enemy pickups. So, like here, Mini's going to go straight forward, I'm going to take the right. We're going to try... Well, that's an alert.
Okay.
We're going to try and grab all these soldiers.
This guy come down. Which, convenient, because we get an extra soldier.
Good.
Yeah.
Now meet with the FSLN Commandante. He's inside the boathouse.
Oh, I forgot to set up my co-ops communications. Rip. Oh, well. But yeah,
you don't have it set to select?
No. So, the goal we were trying to accomplish is getting pretty much all of the soldiers here before the mission timed out, which we accomplished due to my incompetence, so we'll take it.
In the normal route, we don't get that guy in the guard tower, but since he came down anyway, there's no point in not grabbing him because, again, like I said, we need every single soldier we can get. Less so in co-op, because there's more of us, we can, you know, grab a couple extras without losing time, but in solo, you need, like, as many soldiers as you can get, because solo, it even barely less works. Which, if you can imagine that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
This game, thankfully, takes pity on the co-op players and doesn't lock the recruits to a single, like the host. So that was mission number 2. And we're about to go pursue Amanda, as the mission title will be gratefully, or gracefully, or no, neither of those, helpfully telling us. Sorry, speaking is hard. English, who even does it?
So, from the time that we developed the new Mark 22 to this mission, it's finished. So, and if you have a weapon equipped or an item equipped, and you upgrade it, then it automatically equips the upgrade on your character. You don't have to do it yourself, which is a very nice little thing they added.
So, during this mission, we're going to be picking up a blueprint to make an item that will come into use a little later on in the run. In fact, after this mission there's a boss fight and another couple of missions, but after those we'll be going back to Mother Base to sort out some more menuing, and we're actually going to be dividing and conquering on that too. Minnie's going to be making C4, and I'm going to opt to do the twin barrel since we don't both need the C4. So we've kind of made adjustments to the solo route in order to ease this up a little bit.
Careful! They've got reinforcements coming.
Yes, gotcha. So when one of us is going to be at the loading zone first and stuck waiting, chances are the second one to the loading zone is going to roll into it, and more than likely we'll end up bashing into each other a lot.
Yeah, that happens a lot in this run.
Wait, what's going on?
Oh, thankfully that didn't break my box.
Did I bump you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the thing that can happen. If you get too close to an enemy and get a CQC prompt, or if your co-op partner goes and bumps into you too forcefully in your box, you can actually break it.
You might be able to get past the enemy by hanging
Oops.
on the bridge. Press the action button near the bridge's
See ya, nerd.
handrail.
I'm out of here.
I needed that soldier. Just ran into me.
It's fine because this is actually a free movement loading zone, which means that one of us can move on without the second one. Which helps because I need to grab this guy. And we're pretty much back to being together again. Also, you thought we were playing Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker, but in fact we're playing Metal Gear Solid Walker.
Yes, we will be, because box boosting causes Snake to grunt. You're basically just going to be hearing that for a lot of this game.
So Minnie's gonna go grab that blueprint and the POW in that room. I'm just gonna move forward and kind of clear the way. Or miss my shots. This run has been terrible for my aim.
Doesn't matter. We just don't want the shotgun. Okay, shotgun guys didn't spawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll explain this real quick while we're waiting to get into this next mission, which is a boss fight. Peace Walker was originally released on the PSP, and I guess because it was on the PSP, they decided that sniper rifles and rocket launchers are the only weapons that are going to have bullet drop. So if you shoot from a long distance, the bullet will angle with gravity, as it does in, real life. But they decided that for every other gun, it would be, I guess, would maybe like strain the console. I don't know, but every other gun in the game does not have bullet drop, meaning that with shotguns can shoot you from all the way across the map, and basically backup soldiers with shotguns are the scariest because they never miss. They never ever miss.
It is, however, random whether they'll knock you flat or just kind of stagger you.
Yeah. But they never miss. They're so accurate that in an upcoming mission, you'll actually see me make a blind throw with a smoke grenade inside of like a dark area, because that's where the backup are showing up from, and they can snipe you from in there while they're basically covered in darkness and you can't see them.
So, in this mission, you're gonna find out what makes co-op incredibly special.
The boss fights.
So, as it turns out, the loading times, they make co-op slower, the connection and the loading times combined. But we can make up a lot of that time by the virtue of having two of us.
No need to take out the armored vehicle.
Yeah, we do crazy damage to the mechs. Two of us together basically destroy these things. You almost shot me.
I got ran over.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Ow! Oh.
Don't worry, it's gone. He'll die after this kill. Yeah, there we go.
So I may have missed two rockets and also thrown a grenade. The health of the bosses does scale. However, it's not like 1-to-1.
Yeah, no, it's not a 1-to-1 scale. So even though they technically have more health, we tear through them. Oh, and you might have noticed that I was wearing a Goofy t-shirt, if you looked on my screen. The Japanese version of Peace Walker HD has some... So in the American and the European versions, there is just a normal t-shirt, and it's just a white t-shirt. But on the Japanese version, they had a bunch of, like, weird designs. So there's a bunch of other t-shirts that you can wear on the Japanese version. They basically act like normal fatigues, so there's really no difference between what I'm wearing versus what Python was wearing for that fight. It's just cosmetic, but during every boss fight, I will wear a cool t-shirt for you all to enjoy. Well, I guess Python can pick whatever fancy color fatigues he wants.
I gotta go with the black.
Go with the black.
Gotta go with the black. Classic, really.
Boss?
I went to mission selector. That's good, actually.
Oh.
That's good, because we don't menu for another 2 missions. Ha! Got him.
Right. We do not. I finished the first mission, and I was like, oh, I am gonna forget something. And so I pulled up my notes. I got my notes up.
So yeah, there's a very real possibility that one or both of us will eventually, in this run, go to Mother Base when we're not supposed to. It's just a thing.
It has a chance.
Let's rock.
So I wait for Python to basically get his equipment ready before I ready up. Mostly because if I ready up and the other person doesn't, it kind of starts like a timer, like that ticks down. And the problem with that timer is that when they ready up, the timer has to scroll for a little bit before it stops, and then we load into the mission. So it's just a little bit faster for me to wait for Python to ready up.
Yeah, and it's up to me to not fail the menu.
There's a great burden on both of us.
All right, so this mission introduces a this mission introduces a measure of oopsies.
You Fulton them.
All right, fine. So as as I've been trying to say, this mission introduces a measure of RNG, which there is a fair amount of RNG in this game.
Yeah, the randomness in this mission is where Chico will spawn. We need to rescue Chico, and he's hidden behind one of several doors.
Fulton that guy, I'll get them to PLW.
Yeah. There are 3 doors that he can be behind. One of them is the fastest, which is the first door we're going to check. And then there's the second fastest and the third fastest, or basically the slowest. It's kind of funny, though. If you get the slowest spawn in this mission, you actually get the ideal spawn for the next mission. But that's just on a basis of you won't get an alert for the next mission. The alert doesn't actually matter. Oh my god, hello. But if you don't get the alert, it makes some sections safer.
To check inside a house,
Second.
press the action button
Second door.
in front of the door.
So we know if Chico's in the door because we mash the triangle button to kind of do an action, and if Snake doesn't separate away from the door, we know Chico's in there.
Yeah. So that's just basically how we determine if we got which spawn we got. We go up to the door and just mash triangle, and then if Snake goes off, then that is not the door.
So the second door is mediocre in both missions, so this isn't terrible. We will, however, have to eat an alert immediately after loading into this next mission.
Yeah. But thankfully, all the alert really does is that guards are in different positions. We still fold in the same amount of guards. It's just that they are somewhat in our way sometimes. Not all the time, though.
So in this mission, we'll be tracking down and Fultoning out 2 POWs, which POWs tend to have slightly higher stats than the random soldiers you'll encounter. So it just makes them worthwhile to pick up if they're in your way.
Yeah, we try and go for the POWs just because of that. Is our main reason for grabbing them.
And all this talk about stats and soldier count, it is actually incredibly important to the run, because there's going to be a point pretty deep into the run, about 2/3 of the way through. We're going to be up on a boss, and we would really like to have a second rocket launcher to use. And
The train terminal is
Pending-
on the other side of the car.
pending soldier count and stats, we could either have that or we could not have that.
So there's an example of some co-op shenanigans. Although you can do that on solo as well, but it's just kind of funny on co-op.
Yeah, you have to be kind of careful. If you roll off of the box, it'll break. So that's
Or if you roll at a box, it will break.
yes. So if you're both like on the box and one of you rolls, the other one's falling.
So let's see if we will see this backup guard snipe. No, he didn't get to. We got too close.
So we are not going to be recruiting or Fultoning out the backup unit because they take forever to convince to join the unit.
Yeah, they take a really long time compared to the normal soldiers,
Alright.
so we just avoid them.
I'm first, so I'm going left.
Okay. I rolled into the door frame, so I'm going right.
So here we're gonna split up again. I'm gonna be taking this POW if I can ever get this guy. Wow. If I can get the soldier out of my way, I'm getting this POW and going up that that ladder on the left side. Whereas Mini takes the right side ladder to kind of clear my way. And we should,
I'm patting this guy down.
yeah, we should
Get out of my way.
meet up, just like
Just
that.
grabbing a second extra soldier. Ooh. Many extra soldiers. How convenient.
And again, that's just a co-op concession to increase the soldier count to make the RNG later on more reliable.
Yeah.
So here we have 5 soldiers to take out, and then Fulton. And then this mission will be done, and we will be up to another boss after a menu.
Looks like we're just in time. Neutralize all enemies and secure the train.
Alright. Mine. You can't have them.
Ah. You know what I think about that?
Recovery to helicopter is complete.
Hey, back here.
Fulton recovery subject confirmed onboard helicopter.
God. So yeah, there's nothing we can do to speed that up. So
Yeah,
it's-
we just once we Fulton all the soldiers, we just have to wait for it to fade out. Yeah, I know, Trom. I got robbed. This Python guy's robbing me live on stream. This is ridiculous.
So here,
We're giving him money.
here we have to actually go to Mother Base and sort out some menus. Because now we have access to the mess hall unit, and we need at least minimal amount of people in the mess hall so that our soldiers don't complain too much.
We need a little bit of food for our soldiers.
As it turns out, when they don't have food, they work slower. And have the potential to, like, just skip town entirely. So we want Chico +1. Ooh, I got a D in mess hall. Nice. And then the rest of these guys just go straight to R&D. And since we did that, we now have the ability to make a few things. Here's where I'm going to make the twin barrel, Minnie's going to make the C4, and I'm going to actually also make the Fulton Rank 2, which is consistent between the two of us.
Yes.
Ooh, I actually forgot an item. It's okay. I have some time. I'll have to make another trip to Mother Base soon to make an M60 machine gun.
So this mission is also where you are given the supply marker, and we need that for this fight because the ammunition that we have is not enough to defeat this tank if we use it all, so we need to call in supplies. This tank also has the world's most impressive handling.
This thing will Tokyo drift all over you.
Yes, this tank definitely is experienced in Initial D. The driver of this tank has played a lot of the Initial D arcade games, so he knows how to move this thing. You're gonna see it make like these crazy sharp turns. It basically turns on a dime. It's ridiculous.
Also, pay no attention to the timer freezing. It's fixed. Don't worry about it. So during this run, I am actually managing a bunch of menus on my monitors. So things like that tend to happen sometimes.
Neutralize the enemy troops.
Alright, so the main objective in most of these vehicle fights is to actually take out the fuel tanks and make it stop moving. Especially important here. Because as we said, this thing is maneuverable as...
Snake. It's just maneuverable as Snake.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a quick
And whereas we were shooting the treads on the LAV, here we're going to want to...
Whose drops are who?
Mine was the left one. It's fine.
Okay. They were so close to each other.
Oh, that guy just ate a rocket.
That guy did too.
But yeah, on the LAV we were aiming for the treads to do extra damage with the M16. Here we're going to aim for the back of the tank because, of course, you know, tanks have weaker armor on the back.
And there you go, the tank is down. So again, as you can see, like, even though this thing has more health than it would on solo, we just destroyed it.
Oh yeah.
Like, it did not stand a chance.
snake.
So I'm actually going to intentionally go back to Mother Base here because I need that M60 sooner rather than
Got
later.
anything you can...
So normally we wouldn't, but I need to because I messed up. So unfortunately I need to skip through more of these notices. But like I said, this is very important that I get this. But on the plus side, it gives Minnie time to set up the lobby. And I don't have to try and time my join up.
I think for this mission I'm gonna wear my khakis. It's casual Friday in Costa Rica. The big boss is going out in his khakis.
Okay, do I need anything? I need smokes, that's what I need. Okay.
So yeah, again, only one of us has to develop the C4, for us to, because you actually cannot enter this mission until you have C4 equipped. So you need to develop it before this mission. So here you're going to see the full power of box boosting, as we have quite a far distance to cover, and we need to not waste time. You can see my lovely khakis.
Oh man, those are nice.
Go back to the prison
Yeah,
camp.
these were
The
designer.
village where they were holding Chico.
So, Nice. So you may have seen that we were ducking down while climbing those stairs. That does actually make us move slightly faster than if we were upright. And also, I kind of delayed my boxing to make sure there were no shenanigans. Oh, like that.
That's fine. You know what that does? Gives me time to drink the tea. Watch out, coming through.
I know, I hear you. And
Get out of my way.
I couldn't do anything about it. So, Mini is doing something that was updated in the route pretty recently,
Head west from there,
where he is
and it'll take
using
you
the
to
Mate
the
Tea
prison
to
camp.
recover his psyche so he can box boost more, and I am not.
It'd take 2 people to get through there.
By the way, it'd take 2 people to get through there.
Would it?
It would take 2 people to get through there. You see how wide
Really?
it is?
That is true. Such a wide opening, one person could not make it through, but 2,
Yeah,
they could get right through there.
yeah. 2 is just enough.
2 is perfect.
If you cut across the prison camp, you'll find a gate leading north.
We're under attack!
So this alert means nothing.
Yeah, because the end of the mission is right here, so we're just gonna blow up this wall and then go through. And I'm trying to throw a smoke grenade over here so that these backup guys don't shoot us. They do have shotguns, which means they are very dangerous.
Yeah. We both had the same idea. We both tossed a smoke. It's actually... Technically, it's a waste of resources that doesn't matter, because it's actually safer if both of us do it, just in case one misses.
Snake, you
Which, I mean, I'll be honest, I trust Mini to make these things more than I trust myself.
Well, also sometimes you could, potentially throw it too early, and then they would show up but wouldn't get stunned by it. Which is a possibility. So I guess I'm doing this stage in my khakis still. I don't feel like changing. I think I'm gonna...
Oh, well, I hit the host search button too many times. These are the little minor time losses you have to be aware of. This is probably the reason why co-op will probably never get, like, insanely optimized, but that's fine.
It's okay.
That's perfectly fine.
The best part about this run is the fun you have.
Yeah, exactly.
This run is more fun than... As much as I love doing the solo run, this is just an absolute blast. So we're about to get to our first mech, as in like AI mech boss fight, coming up after this stage. The mech bosses are just pure. You just
cross the bridge.
Oh.
shoot out, shoot them as many times as you can. Gotta get rid of this guy. Okay. Sorry. Oh, so.
That was incredible.
Listen.
That was actually incredible because you knocked me out of a falling animation and I was able to move immediately up when I hit the ground.
Oh, did I really?
Yes.
I'm safe.
And then you knocked me over with the box.
And then I knocked you over with the box. And lost all that time, but that's okay.
That's a truck route you're on. Their base
We're gonna
is
throw
ahead.
smoke at this guy with the rocket launcher. Because, we don't want to deal with him. He's kind of mean. He's got a rocket launcher. That's scary. That could do some serious damage.
Oh yeah.
So we don't want anything to do with that guy. And then I'm going to toss a smoke at this guard because we're going to get an alert on this screen, but we want to get it a bit later than the second we load in. Mostly because the guys up there have turrets, and they will try and shoot us from up there, and that can actually do some stun damage to you. So we don't want to deal with those guys.
I tossed the second smoke at the ladder because I'd like to. It doesn't actually do much.
Understood. Dispatching
And here, you're gonna see me toss my smoke grenade inside the building. You'll see those little exclamation marks. Those are the backups.
Oh, the prompt you see that looks like a high five is actually a co-op mechanic where you can basically just tag with your partner and follow directly in their footsteps.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm inside the facility. There's rows and rows of trucks here.
If that's where they brought the nukes, then the truck we're after should
So
be
here, we are going to check the truck with the 3 on the license plate, because inside of here is Mr. Kojima.
Kojima?
Yeah, in fact, that license plate is his birth date.
This is the one. The exhaust's still warm.
Which,
And that we didn't just do that for fun.
yeah, no.
We actually need Kojima for the route.
Yes.
He has some pretty good stats, and we want Kojima on our team, so...
And, fun trivia about your boy Pythonicus. My daughter actually shares a birth date with Kojima.
Hey...
Which I only learned that because of Peace Walker, incidentally. So there you go.
Yeah, the more you know.
Well, we've really done actually super well between the practice run a couple of nights ago and here in not accidentally going into the mother base menu.
Yeah, please don't accidentally join my game.
But that being said, it's a very real possibility because we're sitting here mashing things all the time. Going with the T.
Survival.
Oh shit, oh, okay, you were ready.
Yep, all good.
We're good, we're good, we're good.
No vague tests, no.
I'm pretty sure he knew that beforehand. Pretty sure he was well aware of that going into this game.
Whoa, that's too meta for me, Mungo.
So, as in tradition with all marathon runs of Peace Walker, I'm sure Python knows what I'm going to do. I won't explain it to the chat, but it is tradition, so I have to do it.
Yeah. And while he's doing that, I'm just going to fire rockets at the boss and hope to hit. Which, considering my aim tonight, I really am not looking at actually hitting anything here.
That's an AI weapon. The pupa. It's fast, so be careful.
Ah, I hit all but one. So, in all seriousness, the crit spot is the AI pod at the top of the thing. So we want to be hitting that as much as possible with rockets and whatever we got.
So basically the plan in this fight is just spam rockets at Pupa. And when you run out of rocket ammo, switch to your machine gun and just shoot at them. And call for more supplies in that period so that you can keep pumping it with missiles, because that is basically the whole point of this fight, is just pummel this thing with all the damage you can do.
Wow, I fired a warning across her nose. Can you please swap items? Thank you.
Oh, I got trolled.
Oh! Oh man, my supply unit is doing really well with rockets today.
Oh, he had some good rocket drops too.
That is
Alright, good.
actually
that was a good fight.
that was a very, very good Pupa fight. Like, no joke. That was pretty much.
There's an attack that Pupa can do where it goes into one of those tunnels and will waste some time and then jump back on the field. And we don't want Pupa to do that because that is just a waste of time.
No joke. That was probably about as well as you can expect for a co-op run, or any run really. So while Mini is in the AI pod by himself, just sitting there waiting, I'm going to be sitting here trying to level up my weapons. Specifically, if I can level up my law, which it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. So
yeah. So when you use your guns in this game, so there's ranks on all your guns. So like Mark 22 rank 1, Mark 22 rank 2, stuff like that. But the more you use a gun of a specific rank, it actually will level up. And when it levels up, it does just a bit more damage, or has just a bit more effectiveness. It can only reach up to level 3. It can't go higher than level 3. And the damage upgrade is very minor, but with some of these bosses later on that have like massive amounts of HP that we have to take, that little bit extra damage can give us that edge we need.
Oh, wow. She shot me just as the minute ended. What a guy, that Pupa. Yeah, I think what actually happened is that my supply unit sent out so many rockets in good timing that I actually ran out of rockets in reserve. So I didn't get any with my last supply marker.
They will all come back by our next big fight.
Yeah, ammo for weapons that you've developed will continually regenerate, for lack of a better word, between missions. There's no need.
And you can see that I'm doing the cutscene buffering, so that when I skip one cutscene and I know another one's coming, I just do start confirm immediately, and the second it loads in, it will do those inputs for me.
So after Pupa, we start getting into the hairier bits of the game, and no, I don't actually mean a Harrier.
There's no Harrier in this game.
Thankfully.
Thankfully. Yeah, thankfully. Instead, we have a chopper to deal with.
See, that's how in tune Minnie and I are in this run.
We are in sync.
Snake in. And coming up here, we're actually going to have an outfit change. In like 2 missions time.
Yeah, right after this boss fight, we are going to have an outfit change that we'll be using for all the sneaking missions in the rest of the run. Also, as a side note, this area that we're going to is, I believe it's called Selva de Leche, I think is the name of it.
Selva de la Leche.
And that translates to Forest of Milk, if you were wondering. That's what that means.
The Forest of Milk. It's where
the Forest of Milk.
It's where you get all of your milk from.
Right. That's where milk comes from, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't come from cows. It comes from here.
They milk the trees.
Forest of Milk in Costa Rica. No, it's in the water.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, because it's rivers of milk. That's where milk comes from. Come on, Python.
Right. I'm sorry. I've lied to you all.
He's a little rusty on his science, but that's okay.
Well,
it's been a while.
Funny you should say that, Mega. But in Kojima's eyes, this is Metal Gear Solid 5.
Careful.
It's
If
true.
there's enemy scouts around here,
Oh, damn it.
Ow.
nearly impossible to see.
Tree, why?
Ah, got caught on the tree.
I was really trying to avoid you there.
I got caught on the tree too.
So this is another free movement zone. This will come in handy in the mission after next. Or, no, 3 missions from now.
3 missions from now, yeah.
So, when you run out of stamina for box boosting, it is very advisable if you're under alert to keep your rations equipped.
Yes.
Because as you can see, Minnie and I, we're getting screwed up pretty bad.
But thankfully, this mission is very short, and we're done. But this will lead into the hardest, not the hardest, but the most random mission in the game: the boss fight against the Mi-24A attack chopper.
A high D. Colonel,
Yeah,
what's a high D doing here?
There's a lot that goes into this fight. We're gonna try and explain most of it. I don't know if we can do all of it while we're in the middle of the fight, but we'll try.
We're dang well gonna try.
We're gonna try. So right at the start, we're going to go in here a little unorthodox. We're going to go equip DPM camo, because in this area that will give us the highest amount of camouflage. We're going to bring smoke grenades, our Fulton rank 2, and our Law.
Yeah. This is, by the way, the boss that is going to be done non-lethally, because the vehicle fights in this game, they all have a set amount of backup spawns as long as you don't get seen.
Yeah.
And that is an alternate way of taking out the mechanized vehicle units. So that's what we're going to be doing here, because if we did this by trying to kill the chopper, A, we would be taking a long time, and B, we would actually be missing out on a ton of very useful soldiers.
Yeah, we get 20 soldiers from this mission alone, and these guys have pretty good stats, so we need these guys for our run. Basically, we need them.
Yeah, and you're going up.
Yep, I am the slammer.
So, being as Minnie's the host and he's also better at this game than I am, he goes up to do the CQC because I have a tendency to somehow screw things up.
Eliminate that squadron snake.
And
I'm going to go in and I'm just going to slam these guys. I need to slam all 4 of them. Then after I do that, I'm going to immediately lie down, and I'm going to look for the chopper.
who is over me.
In which way?
He is looking out of bounds. You see him, he's right over you now.
Oh.
Yeah, careful.
Please go away.
So, this chopper is very, very random, and he does what he wants. Alright.
Like, fire missiles for no reason.
Yeah, you're good to go.
Alright, good.
So we chose DPM camo because it's literally the best option for this this particular scenario, which is what allows Minnie to lie down right where the chopper lands, or quote-unquote lands, without being spotted. And there are 2 spawns where this chopper can chuck its soldiers. We can either get the one where it started over there, or there's one over in that direction.
Yeah, there's one over here also. You can look on my screen where I'm aiming my smoke grenades. There's one over there.
Alright, he's dropping.
So if you get stunned like this, there's really not much you can do. You just gotta kind of mash out of it. Although I don't think mashing does anything, but I mash it anyway.
Right. Chopper's towards cliff. Flying over me, but looking at you.
Good.
Okay.
So another thing that makes this like just extremely lucky is there are 2 Fulton spawns in this mission, and those 2 Fulton spawns combined with a rank 2 is literally just enough to get all of these soldiers, provided you grab them at some point when your Fulton count is below 4.
Yeah, drop it.
Yep, drop it.
Mine was a little early.
That's fine.
So, Peace Walker is the first game that introduced the chain CQC mechanic, which is another part of the reason why this even works in the first place. So we, yeah, so we kind of take advantage of a lot of the things that this game provides us.
So I'm going to go over and grab these Fultons because now I have 8, which is just enough to grab the rest of this guy's soldiers.
Go, go, go.
So again, there isn't anything we can do. We just have to wait for the chopper to start dropping these guys.
Yeah, right now he's flying around like a doofus.
And he is wasting our time.
He is however in the right place, but we'll know he's gonna drop when he kind of goes low like this and then turns sharply. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna make a weird looking turn.
not that.
No, like that. There he goes.
Yeah, there he goes.
So I wait for the text of him telling them to drop down shows up before I throw my smoke grenade. Once I see that show up, I know I'm good to start tossing smokes. And unfortunately, I haven't slammed the invisible guard yet. He has eluded me. The ghost guard, as it were.
The Phantom Guard.
So when you're doing CQC chains, a little glitch, I guess, can happen sometimes, where you're slamming the soldiers and Snake will bump into one and knock that soldier out of Snake's slam range, but because you already did the input to slam, then he's going to try and throw a person, but there's no one there. So he does the animation, no one falls to the ground, but it counts as part of the chain, and you can actually do it again on an actual soldier. Alright, here he goes. That was a good fight.
That was a fantastic fight. I think that's better than we've had. So,
Yeah.
something... Oh, I think yours went off the cliff edge. Anyway,
One of ours did.
so you may have noticed in the last hour that we are both playing as Snake with a mother base backup unit as our second. See, we can't both be actually Snake because otherwise that would break quantum physics. And as you know...
Only one player can actually be Snake, but if both players play as Snake, then the host, whoever actually, just on your end, you will show up as Snake.
That's gotta be the leader.
Alright, you've got the rocket launcher. I forgot to put it on, so... Shot's yours.
It's all on me.
Well, I have an M16, so I could do it. It'd take a while.
Where is he?
Up above.
There he is. There we go. And
Enemy leader neutralized.
chopper's down.
Chopper's down, sub-hour. That is a good time.
That is good, yeah.
So yeah, despite the fact that that took a while, that's still faster than trying to kill it.
Yeah, believe it or not, that's faster than trying to actually kill the chopper. But not only is it faster, it gives you a bunch of extra soldiers, which we need to finish this run. So even if you didn't do that strat, let's say somehow there was a route that destroyed it, you would need to grab a bunch of backup guards, and you would lose more time, just because you wouldn't have enough soldiers.
And if you were paying attention during the post-mission stuff, you'll realize that we are now going to have an outfit change. we have finally obtained the sneaking suit, which has a few benefits. The main one we're going to be using it is it muffles our footsteps.
Can I read a donation?
Yeah.
We got $20 from Sparty Two Eyes, beer and pizza money, Parasite Eve name, Vape God. Thank you, Sparty.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So similar to the requirement of having the C4, only one of us actually has to have the ID card for Huey equipped. Because I'm the host, it's faster for me to have it. Which, that works. It didn't land unscratched, Mega. It actually took 3% damage from that rocket.
Not flawless reset.
So it did take a little bit of damage.
And you can actually do all the vehicle fights undamaged, but I hope you have a really good aim with the Mark 22 or the Mosin Nagant.
So 3 scratches, yeah. 3 scratches from a missile. So if you want to see the quality of soldiers that these guys hire, this sniper right here, whose sole job it is to guard this area, just does a terrific job, as you can see.
Right in with the natural surroundings.
Yeah, and this mission is got a lot of the free move area transitions. So this mission and the next, we are going to be making as much use of that as we possibly can. So here, while Minnie dealt with that sniper, I moved ahead, and I'm going to take out this scout. And there's also a POW up ahead, where I'm going to grab him. And I'm also going to grab this sniper up ahead on this hill here. Oh, roll achieved. We win.
Swagger roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't messed it up in so long.
It'd take 2 people to get through there.
But yeah, if Minnie had gotten that roll, we would have been basically on top of each other out of that screen.
So again, we are waiting for the loading screen to disappear, and then we are actually doing our input because it will remember and register the second we gain control.
Mm-hmm. And it's worth noting that a lot of the routing that we have done for co-op, aside from what we already had for the first ending run solo, was done 3 months ago, where we were preparing for SGDQ submissions. Oh my god, that's not my smoke grenades!
What did you do? I wasn't paying. Oh no, this guy saw me.
That was a twin barrel.
Oh no. Okay, well we have to take care of these guys, because otherwise they are going to because this is one of those stages where you actually cannot advance to the next area unless you get rid of all these soldiers. Ow. Please get out of the way. What? Oh, you knocked him out, okay. Again, we gotta get rid of all these guys because we can't actually transition to this area while the alert is active. So we have to deal with them.
I can't believe I just did that. I forgot to actually add the smoke grenades. That'll be fixed before too long. What? To the right. There we go.
Yeah, wait for that. There we go. Little hiccup. Little hiccups, okay. Just a minor hiccup.
I can't believe I just did that.
It's okay, it's okay. It's just a warm-up run.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a warm-up run. Oh shoot, are we in the marathon? Oh crap.
Alright, so after that mission, we actually have to retread everything we just did, basically. Because we gotta look for a specific guy. He's wearing attire that is completely unsuited to the jungle.
Yes, he does not belong in the jungle, that's for sure.
Welcome to the jungle.
This guy shouldn't be here.
We've got fun and games. Hold on, let me put the smoke grenades on before I
Oh,
forget.
okay.
There we go.
Oh my god. The ID card that Huey gave us didn't work for some reason. It wouldn't open the door. But we found out from Cecil. It's her name, right?
Cecile, yeah.
Cecile, yeah. Cecil.
Cecile.
that there is a guard that has a key card that'll let us get in, and she says that she heard a Quetzal around where this guard was. You actually just have to look for his outfit. You can listen for the sound of the bird, but why do that when you can just look for the outfit?
There's supposed to be a Quetzal singing close to where your target is located. Keep your
Wow.
ears open.
What I just did was super rude.
Get out.
I should.
It'd take
Don't worry. We've had a fiasco at that loading zone before. we had to prevent breaking someone's box.
break your box, break your heart.
You know, if my box gets broken, I really do feel sad about it. You know, because
Once
like
you know which soldier
that thing
has
is
the
so
ID
useful.
card, do
Oh,
a
hello,
body
Aim.
check. To do a body check, first knock the soldier out.
Oh,
Put him to sleep.
thank you.
Or hold him up. That
No
works
problem.
too.
You're welcome again.
Oh, right, it's these
No,
guys.
those guys are CQC. Get off of my friend. Don't pat him down.
We're just going to ignore everything that just happened.
Yeah, ignore that. That didn't happen.
I just triggered 3 cards in a row.
Alright. Check this out.
Kobe. I almost did it again.
I already knocked him out. So this is the first area that this guard can spawn in. This is the best area for him to spawn in.
We have never seen this guy here in a co-op run yet.
Have we not?
We have
I
not.
feel like we have.
We have not.
Okay, alright. Let's see if it's here.
And...
Nope. Not
Dadgum.
him.
No. You don't see
Ignore
anything.
him.
Ignore the man behind the curtain. Yeah, that same era will be the one in which they only say yeet. Yeet will have entirely replaced throw as a word in the dictionary.
I look forward to it.
Yeah.
I forget where you spawn in this area all the time.
Freeze!
Second spawn?
Freeze!
No.
Nope.
Ugh.
You almost triggered another guard.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing. Oops, that's the CQC button.
Coming in a box.
Yeah, I got
One
it.
man in a box, walk into the woods.
What the?
Oh, nice warp.
It didn't break my box.
That's all that matters.
Oh, I'm out of stamina anyway.
So here's Naruto. Naruto has our key card. You make sure to pat him down. Not Fulton him.
And so, while he's doing that, I'm just going to go retrace my steps yet again back to the area. Except this time, we can actually take a fairly substantial shortcut. Which actually gets unlocked during a side-op.
Yeah.
But it's unlocked here. And on the way, I'm going to be Fultoning as many as I can run across.
As many guards as we walk over, we are going to Fulton. That's pretty much the plan after the end of this mission. Is Fulton everyone that we pass by.
I think the range is somewhere within like 10 feet. If you could throw something and hit the guy, you're gonna Fulton him.
So again, we head up here because we need to Fulton this guy.
Oh, yep. Sneak in. I think that also increases movement speed when we sneak in.
I don't know if it does, but...
It looked faster. Testing necessary. New speed tech possibly just found in this marathon. So. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this nerd, that nerd, and come back up this way. Hey!
We did it. On my end, that was a synchronized roll.
Oh yeah, I sneaked in.
Ah, okay.
I'm interested in seeing if that's actually faster. Because if
I
so,
was
that's
worried
interesting.
if I hit you.
Yeah, listen to the footsteps. It sounds faster. Huh.
Fulton recovery helicopter is complete.
Alright, so now we can actually enter this lab, but not before more shenanigans.
Cutscenes and the hardest QT.
And the hardest
in the
boss
run.
directly afterward. Well, not the
That's
hardest,
true,
but
right.
the most RNG.
The most random boss right after, yeah. Well, no, second most random. Because the most random boss is the last boss.
Oh, yep, true. True. Don't move. The chat, just don't move. Stay where you are. Put your hands up on your keyboards.
Give us a smiley face in the chat.
So, here we're just stuck here for a minute. Again, like it's like the other AI pods. We just sit here for a minute. It's a nice break in the run. And we both get to partake in this break.
Yeah, as opposed to all the other AI pod breaks where you have to basically decide who gets the break and who has to keep playing. So because I got the break on Pupa, that means Python gets the break on Chrysalis.
Ooh. I like that idea.
Do you?
I do.
Why could that be?
I don't know, man. We'll find out.
We'll find out when we get to that boss fight. We'll find out why that break is so nice. So, pulling out the AI boards while you're in here doesn't actually do anything. It might seem like, oh, if you pull out more, like, boards, then it'll end faster, but it actually does not do anything. It always ends when the timer hits 8 seconds.
And, here we go. you guys like MGS3?
I do.
Hey,
I think I played it earlier today. I played
yeah.
it for a little bit.
did you?
Yeah.
But what about how to like a
Wasn't I don't remember if I beat the game or not though.
Ah.
I played it for a little bit though. Maybe like an hour, maybe an hour 20, something like that.
Hmm.
It was a little bit. I played for a little bit, you know.
So we're being a little irreverent about this, but this is actually the legit most difficult QTE. It's got strict timing, and the inputs are all over the place.
Do you know what it means?
Yeah, the first 4 are pretty simple. It's L1, L1, R1, R1. But these next ones are pretty strange. It's L1, R1, then right, then triangle, then left, and R1.
There's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
Oh god, I thought I just screwed up, but I did it fine.
The only thing we can believe.
I lost my place in the notes for which button to press next. Send help. There we go.
QTE done.
Yeah.
I'm just
And those last 2 will trip you up. Guaranteed.
Jack.
Because as soon as you press left, the R1 prompt comes up, and if you don't hit that within like a second, you
Yeah, it
donezo.
fails.
You donezo, kid.
And you have to redo from the right input. So again, see the loading signs, wait for them to disappear, and then we're going to skip the cutscene. Because this area loads in as completely white, like this loading screen.
Yeah,
So you can actually do the input while the screen is white.
it
And
can
you can't see the menu.
you can fairly faintly see it.
Yeah, it's very faint, but it is there. That is
Alright.
just a very little minor optimization. So far, no accidental mother base visits.
Hey.
I know you had an extra intentional one,
Yes.
but that doesn't count because you did that with a purpose.
Yes.
There was a purpose to going back. So again, I'm going to wear another cool T-shirt. I think I'm gonna go with this red one right here.
That's
So you need to be very careful with your menus here because you don't want to go in without your rations and your supply marker. Because remember, we were using fatigues for the chopper fight, and all fatigues share the same item layout, so we have to readjust when we go into this fight.
yeah, and in my case, I very nearly forgot the item that I had to go back and develop in the first place. I'm just apparently I don't want that M60 at all.
You're just not a fan of it, you know? That's
Ooh.
okay. So in the, now we need rations, but, God Gamer Stealth Edge, who is, not here right now, but participated in, our max player run of Peace Walker, which we will explain later, as to how that worked, but, God Gamer Stealth Edge does not need a ration for this fight.
It's true, he doesn't.
He does not need a ration.
He is nuts.
He can do this fight without a ration. We need one, however. We're not as talented as Stealth Edge.
Take out the chrysalis. That thing needs to be eliminated once and for
So, up until the Chrysalis decides to bring out its chain gun, or that, we can't actually hit it with rockets very easily. So we have to use the M60 to do damage to it.
Oof, I just barely hit that thing.
Fog's getting thick. Careful.
I had that thing that happened to you yesterday. I hit it,
The red light.
but it didn't count.
Yeah. So again, no local area network. It's all online, and peer-to-peer has some issues sometimes.
So rockets absolutely tear through Chrysalis's armor, but it's pretty much only in this phase that you can actually hit Chrysalis with a rocket launcher. It tries to dodge your missiles in this next phase, and you can actually get lucky and make like a trick shot, almost, where you have to guess the direction it is going to dodge in, and if you guess correctly, then it will dodge into your missile and you will get some free damage. So I'm going to try and do that. We both tried and failed.
Oh, it is worth noting that you can actually kill the kidnappers above the Chrysalis, and they will fall and explode on it, which deals damage. And that kind of mechanic will come up again later.
Yeah, so again, we're going to be shooting at the AI pod because that does the most damage. Watch out, missiles coming. Oh, I should have watched out.
Yeah.
This is me. Oh, almost. Almost dodged your shot.
So, much like most other MGS games, crouching does increase accuracy by a little bit. It stops the screen from jumping so much. Yo, Gerald. Is that you? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's me. Ouch.
Yeah, that's me.
Yep, come for me.
They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
Oh, wow. Nice luck. Got 2 packs of law ammo. No, don't turn. I haven't hit a single rocket this fight. Trend continues.
Oh,
Oh.
Almost hit it right there. Oh my
Yikes.
god, it's so hard to hit it. It just moves so fast. Because, like, in a casual playthrough, you would have the FIM, which will auto-lock on. We don't have that, so we have to just basically hope we hit this thing. Hell, what is it doing?
I have never seen it just circle us like this before.
It's never sweep. And it's sweep. A little bit to sweep.
Oh my god. I would really like to hit a rocket at some point this year.
There you go. Or no, I blew it up.
I did it! That shot was just good enough to make it work. So I'm going to try and make sure I've got a rocket available for when this thing lands, so that I can blow the hatch in one go instead of sitting there popping it with bullets.
So while it's doing this, you can also actually do a little bit of extra damage. That damage doesn't actually mean anything, but it does count as the weapon being used, meaning that it will actually level up your weapon. So it is worth it to shoot these parts you can do damage to while it's falling down, because that will actually rank up or level up your weapons just a little bit.
Oh, Gerald, I don't know what's going on with the bot at the moment. It's being a little spotty.
Yeah, I
There
think
you
the
go.
bot might be down, but there's, yeah, Python posted the schedule. So again, Python gets to relax while I have to deal with a bunch of kidnappers. And I mean a bunch. They throw a ton of these guys at you.
Oh, yeah. And they're jerks. They're almost as dodgy as Chrysalis itself.
Any boards you remove can be used to build our own AI weapon. Memory boards have different functions.
So I'm just using all my rockets to hopefully rank it up. And now I have to start dealing with kidnappers. There's starting to be too many of them.
You can tell what a memory board does by looking at its color when it lights up.
There we go. 20 seconds.
Oh no, I had to reload. Worst time.
Oh, no.
Okay, good. Yeah, the kidnappers move really erratically, and that makes it really hard to dodge them.
Yeah. And yes, Trom,
Okay,
that is exactly how it works.
Yeah, that is how it works.
Yep.
But again, in this run, we don't care about the boards, so we just don't grab any.
Yeah.
Now, please excuse Python. He's just going to go break every bone in his body.
Yeah, no
real
problem.
quick.
While wearing my stylish black fatigues.
It's very stylish.
Yeah, to unlock the boards, you have to deal damage to those specific parts. But if a part remains undamaged, then all of the boards for that part, or that correspond, will be locked. Okay, I don't think I need to go to Mother Base here. No, I don't.
You do.
You do! Aha!
Yeah, this is the big Mother Base menu.
Ah, yes.
So, when I say the big Mother Base menu, this is where we're going to be there for the longest time. Not, like, a ridiculous amount of time, but compared to our other visits, this is going to be our longest venture.
Okay, so we need to move Cecile +1 to our food unit. Doesn't necessarily matter who, but having more doesn't hurt. And every single one else goes to R&D. And those who suck at R&D go into combat.
Yes, because we need to make... Well, I need to make the Twin Barrel. I also need to make the Gustav. And then I need to make Rations Rank 2, Curry, and I always make Doritos! We got Doritos, baby.
I don't have curry.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to go ahead and stick one other dude in my mess hall unit. Because that is absolutely important.
Yeah, you're gonna need that. So, another, silly thing about the Japanese version is that, the Japanese version had a lot of, product placement, I guess. It has Doritos, Mountain Dew, Axe Body Spray, Pepsi Next, I believe, Famitsu. Are there any more? I think that's it.
How are you gonna come down?
Is that it? I'm pretty sure that's it.
I don't honestly know.
Something like that is the amount of products they have, but there's a lot of them. But
Yeah.
I always like to make the Doritos because, you know, gotta have Doritos, man.
It's important.
Gotta bring your Doritos to the battlefield.
But who was phone?
Who was the phone? We'll never know. So this mission, in runs always trips me up because when you skip this cutscene, you immediately load into gameplay. There's no like intro thing where it like scans the area. You just boom movement, and sometimes I just kind of stand there. So I have remembered, thankfully, to hold up here.
How long is the estimate? It's 2 hours 55 minutes for absolute safety. This will not take 2:55 though. It'll probably be closer to about 2:35, 2:40. I just broke my box again. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you get a CQC prompt and you're too close to an enemy, you'll break your box and just be sad.
Yeah. So very short mission. Not even really sure why it's here, but it is.
Alright, so that mission was us going in transit to the next area, and then the next area is literally one room, and we'll be staying there for the next 2 missions.
Yeah, it's a big room, though. It's a very large room.
Alright. So I am not going to do the thing I did in our practice run, and I am actually going to add my law to my equipment. I am the law.
Survival.
And that needs to be the twin barrel. There we go.
So in this stage, if you did not believe me when I said earlier that all other guns do not have bullet drop, I'm going to demonstrate that by doing some wicked shotgun sniping in this upcoming area.
So, we are about 8 missions from the final mission. And you may notice we're at an hour and a half. These next 8 missions are the longest in the run by a large margin.
Yeah, they throw all the really long stages at the end for some reason.
My thinking is that they kind of decided to try and push the PSP a little bit harder. Oh, I keep forgetting that thing's there. So, Minnie's going to go to the right. I'm going to go straight. And we're going to try and take out this first group of soldiers as quickly as possible. And I almost hit that shot.
So as you can see, I can hit these guys with my shotgun from several feet away when I shouldn't be able to hit them, but I can.
This guy lied down on me.
Watch, I was a kidnapper right above you.
Yep.
I got it. So we're going to stand in some very specific spots here, because we're trying to manipulate where these guards will spawn from. We're trying to make them spawn from this lower section right here where they're coming out of.
Yep.
And the reason for that is because it very conveniently makes them go... Basically, they move in a very advantageous way to us. And we can take them out a lot faster.
One above you.
Got it. Ouch.
One above me.
Okay, got there just in time.
They've got rocket launchers.
Watch out, there's a...
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, got him. Ah.
Yeah.
I missed those shots.
I think we were both trying to take out the same kidnapper.
Yeah.
I need
So, very conveniently... Oh shit, this one right above me. The soldiers tend to want to go where Python is, for some reason. They want to go to the ladder. Me standing here is pretty much so that they don't spawn from here, because if where I'm standing, if they spawn there, they have a chance to actually go the other direction, like go around. And then they get away from us, and then we'd either have to shoot them with our rocket launcher, or do some shotgun sniping. But the main point is we want to avoid calling for supplies. And we did that, so that was a little mean. But I'll forgive it because that was a clean fight overall.
Like, how was I supposed to know you're gonna run at the soldier who was apparently already dead?
Well, I was running towards you. I was just trying to get closer to you. You retaliated. It was very, very mean.
Oh, excuse the background noises. The speed police are coming to punish me for that.
Go!
That's a weapon level up, right?
Leveled up his rocket by taking a crack shot at his buddy.
That was a fantastic shot, by the way. It landed right at your feet.
Thanks.
Alright.
Bring the curry and Doritos, baby. I'm ready.
I've got tortilla chips and I'm hoping for the best.
And rations?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your curry still being developed?
My curry is not existent. I couldn't get up to 5.
Really?
I didn't want to...
That is weird.
I kind of didn't want to waste, like, all that much time trying to, one by one, get them up to 5.
Fair enough, fair enough. So I'm going to be wearing my favorite t-shirt for this fight and for the next mech fight. These next 2 mech fights are the last ones we're going to do before we get the battle armor, which is what we're going to use for the last 2 missions. Which coincidentally are the longest missions.
Yeah. So, Cocoon. It's a big, giant fortress on wheels.
Yeah. We're going to shoot a ton of rockets at this thing.
Yeah.
Just absolutely pummel hit with rockets. And we're going to be aiming a little bit below the AI pod, because if you hit there, it actually will do damage to both the AI pod and the big mech thing below it. Meaning that we do double damage for each shot. That was quite a fat damage you just tanked.
I just took a tumble. So we now have access to the Carl Gustav, which is by all accounts a much better rocket launcher than the Law. Not only does it do more damage, it also actually travels faster. The only downside is it reloads entirely too slow for anything.
Oh, I somehow still hit that. I'm a legend. Oh, it trolled me.
You're gonna want to take out that weapon before jumping on.
Yo, Nikas.
They've okayed your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Oh my god. Please don't do S-lines while I'm trying to grab ammo. Also, Gustav ammo, don't fall down there. I need you. What's
No!
Oh my god, what's happening over there?
My Gustav ammo ended up on the other side of the barricade.
Oh yeah, that can happen.
Ow.
You can't get that until the barricade is destroyed.
So, now that I'm down here, I might as well do something stupid.
What are you going to do, Python?
I am directly underneath the boss.
Ooh, very interesting.
So if it does the thing...
Down there.
Well, I fell off my perch. And I decided, why not?
Oh,
So if the boss actually does the thing I'm expecting and or hoping it does...
oh, the saw attack?
No.
Which one are you hoping for?
This thing can actually lower itself to the ground and try to crush me.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, it won't do that, though.
Aw.
Although you might want to get out of there.
I am on my way out.
They've okayed the request for support. They're sending out a cardboard box as we speak.
So once its thermostat malfunctions, it'll kind of... Oh, my other supply marker was up there. It'll kind of ram itself into a wall and stay there for the rest of the fight.
The shock dislodged the ladder on the side of the treads. You can
Which
use
is pretty
that to
convenient,
get
because now we don't have to worry too much about aiming these shots, since it's always going to be in the same spot. Although it's aiming for you right now, so I want to equip your healing item.
Mwah!
Nice dodges.
So, the thing about tortilla chips is that you get more of them, but they heal way less than regular food items like the ration or the curry.
Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go call for supplies,
Okay.
and then I'm going to climb up. Please don't do S9s while I'm right next to you, Cocoon. Okay.
They've okayed your request for
I should have enough, but I want to get extras just in case. Our ammo, oh, please don't shoot missiles at me.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
That
where are
was really bad timing, actually.
you? Where are you?
I'm on the ground level next to Cocoon, on the opposite side of you. On the opposite side. There you are.
Oh, there you are, okay.
That was just really bad, unlucky timing.
Yeah.
I was menuing over to my rations, and I got exploded in my box.
But, thankfully, we haven't done enough damage for it to allow us to enter the AI pod. We want to wait until I get up on top before we do that. Oh, shit. Well, just fire at the AI pod and destroy it while I climb up there. So this is what we were trying to avoid, but we didn't know the exact HP it was at, so we kind of had to just guess. And it turns out it was one missile away from shutting down. I should make it in time. I did, okay. Good.
Nice.
So this is the last break in the run.
Maybe you can find some time by attacking the AI pod.
So much like before, we're going to try and level up our weapons by shooting the thing that's already dead. Also, I'm going to really try and not die. Because if I die while he's in there, there's no reviving me. And I'm going to try and kill as many of these turrets on its side as possible, because it counts for a lot of hits and a lot of damage, which will increase the rank up.
Yeah, it will translate to a lot of XP for the gun.
Okay, that thing killed me through a ration. Are you kidding me?
It's almost ending. Hold on. You should be fine.
Wow. Okay. Whew.
That was a little scary.
That was a lot scary.
A lot scary. Okay. Changes to that.
Honk honk.
Honk honk.
The ambulance has come to save me.
So very conveniently, part of the material flies off and opens that door for us, so we can continue on our merry way. I do wonder what Snake and Company would have done if it didn't do that. We just given up, like, we can't get in. All right.
Hey, Omar.
Guess we're done.
So yeah.
There we go, just waltzing on in.
Yeah. Very, very slowly. Casually, even. Oh, right, I forget. We actually get parts for Zeke on that one.
Yeah. So now there are no more mother-based menus. We're just strictly going into these missions, and we're just going to do them.
Mm-hmm. We're finally out of that big room.
Now we are in a room with lots of mechs that we're not going to deal with, because they're not moving.
We ain't got time for that.
We really don't. We got a tight schedule. We got to finish in, like, almost an hour, so we better hurry up.
Let's rock.
That's
Clock's ticking.
not the one I needed.
Stealth.
I heard "Let's Rock" and I knew I had done screwed up.
Let's rock.
Yeah, a lot of the routing for these last few stages absolutely hinges on the sneaking suit. So if I had gone in with basically just fatigues, that's more trouble than it's worth.
Yeah, the sneaking suit in this game is really good. To the point where, like, once you get it, you never have to use any of the other camos again for normal play, except for battle armor in the boss fights, but...
funny...
that's kind of obvious.
Funny story, Omar. You're actually watching the first ever display of the co-op run at an event.
Don't get yourself caught.
We gotta get them all.
That elevator should take you underground.
It's okay.
I helped for one. The rest of yours.
Thank you. Oh, this guy got out of my reach.
Freeze! It'd take two people to...
So yeah, everyone in chat, you're watching history.
The historical Peace Walker co-op run.
Yeah. Of course, we have done this on our personal channels, just not in any sort of event.
So you can see how close I got next to that guy, and that dude did not see me. That is the power of the sneaking suit. We're just going to waltz past those guys.
Yeah, I got caught up on
Technically, the pioneers are me, Python, Raichu, and Stealth Edge, because before we did this co-op run, we actually did a max player co-op run. And max player was... What is this guy doing?
That is odd.
I have never seen that before. That was weird.
Alright, so no matter if we're here during alert or not, we have to open the shutter by just mashing it.
How? Little shaky, but we made it. So we've got more cutscenes to skip and a QTE to fail. We're actually going to fail this QTE because it's faster than actually doing it. Because this takes a while, and we don't actually need what it gives us. Which is, it gives us a key card, which lets you exit the cell faster, but at the cost of it takes a while to get said key card. So we're going to disregard it. We're just going to get caught.
And upcoming is a co-op only strat.
Yes, co-op only.
Um,
So don't pay attention to my screen because I'm just watching the cutscene. Watch Python because he's actually going to be doing stuff.
Yep. The
that is going to affect on my end.
Yep.
But I'm just going to be watching a cutscene.
and do note that it's actually faster for him to watch the cutscene than do anything. And it also saves him from a horrific mash, really.
I'm pretty good at that mash, though.
Well,
we're good.
We're both pretty competent at it. It's just if we don't have to do it, why do it?
Yeah, we don't have to do it. Why do it? I agree. All right, so again, I'm going to put the controller down, pay attention to Python, as he is going to be doing the gameplay.
Because my gameplay so far in this run has been just the greatest. You should have been watching me the whole time, honestly. I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing. So, like he said, Minnie's going to be watching a cutscene, and it'll be up to me to spring myself out of my cell and then get him out of his. Because there is a control room in this map that will allow us to free our brother in arms. So first, I got to get to this mirror, find the jigsaw. Then I have to equip the jigsaw, press the action button, and then unlock this door. There is a very specific rhythm to make this go faster. I feel like I'm on it. I might be going a little slow. Doesn't matter. As long as we can get through here within a specific time frame. There's a guard behind the camera where it is currently, where I need him to be kind of close, but far enough to where he's not going to see me immediately.
Wait.
Like so. And then take a sharp left. And I gotta wait and see what he does here, actually.
Can't be imagining things.
Okay, fantastic. He's going exactly where I want him. He's gonna actually start a caution from noticing that I've escaped. And I come in here and start pressing buttons. I need the two on the left specifically to end the cutscene on Minnie's end.
So yeah, power failure, cutscene's over. Cool. I don't have to sit there and mash.
If Minnie was playing in English, there's a line that we kind of aim for. I would have been late to it. So now Minnie is free. We have sprung him.
Guess it's over for now. Let's hope there's no permanent.
So I'm going to just open my cell, and I'm going to run left. And meet up with Python. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, we actually got perfect luck. Everyone's turning away. I'm going to fiddle around here until we co-op in, so that we hit the mission end trigger pretty much immediately. And that is how you do that. That second half was...
raw talent.
That second half was perfect. The first half was a little shaky because I had to watch where the guy was going to go. Actually, no, that was an IL world record. 30 seconds.
Was it really?
Yes!
Nice.
I went to Mother Base! No!
No!
We were so close!
Python! No! We don't have to go to Mother Base! No!
Anyway, ignoring that...
So once we're done with the torture mission, we actually still, whatever we had equipped last, we keep equipped. So we don't actually have to go to the mission prep screen, or as it's called in the Japanese version, entry gate. We don't have to go to the entry gate, we can just start the mission right away.
So, I have to disclose something. That is a tied IL world record. The fastest we've done that, Stealth Edge and I, was 30 seconds. If I'm not misremembering. We grinded for a very long time to get a 29, and I don't think we managed that.
But you pulled a 30 out in a marathon.
A
With me, only with the second hardest grinder in Metal Gear history.
Freeze!
So, these stairs, I think they go underground?
You know, they might.
We'll see. We'll wait until we load in. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Oh, no, they do. Underground passage. Alright, good job.
Enemies that coordinate their attacks are too much
How did
trouble
Miller
for
call
solo.
it?
Just steer clear.
You know,
How did he know that those stairs would go down?
I think it's the same how he knew that enemies who coordinate their attacks are too much to handle solo.
Yeah, we should stay clear of them.
Yeah.
So we're just using our box to boost through this area.
Alright, Peace Walker can't be far.
Python got a little caught up on the door. That's
No,
okay.
I spazzed out a little bit to keep from getting my box broken.
Okay.
Anytime I do that sort of thing, that's what I'm trying to avoid happening.
Okay. Alright, so again, the thing from before is going to show up where we're going to skip a cutscene that loads in with the screen completely black. And you'll be able to hear on Python's end. The cutscene gets skipped, but you won't see the prompt come up because the screen is still loaded black. So these are just some minor optimizations.
There it is.
Yeah. Definitely more notable and needed for a good time in solo. But going for them in co-op, if you don't do them, the time adds up from not skipping these cutscenes optimally.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to be quick.
So, you remember that twin barrel I put on my sneaking suit and accidentally used in that one mission? Here's where it becomes important that I have that. In fact, it's so important that I'm going to double check that it's still on my sneaking suit.
What are you doing? This is Peace Walker 1.
Oh. Well, first I'm trying to find where you are.
Big room's up. So, this fight is interesting because, it actually has... I found during an attempt a long time ago that you can actually loop Peace Walker 1. You can cause it to do the same attack over and over again, and it will never stop doing that attack, meaning that you can just keep it doing the same thing forever. The old strat used to just fight Peace Walker, just normally, and it has some pretty crazy attacks that waste a ton of time. So this loop is very handy for beating this boss fight really quickly and saving a lot of time. If you look at some of the old runs and how they did this fight, whew, it was rough.
So we're going to start on the front of Peace Walker, and we're going to make our way immediately behind her. And while Minnie prepares this loop, I'm actually going to set down some supply markers.
So I hope you like Peace Walker engaging the flamethrower, because it's going to be doing that this entire fight. I didn't get it in time.
If you lie down, like I managed to, you can avoid getting stunned by that roar.
I was almost on the ground, too.
I think that happened to me a couple nights ago. Look how much damage we're doing, by the way. We just dropped 2 bars
it's
real quick.
Ouch.
Okay, so Minnie's
get
down.
over there.
Minnie's down, but I'll be in range of this.
Ow. I'm getting bullied.
So this is the benefit of having 2 people. And here she's gonna roar again. After every 2 flamethrowers. Okay. And not only does that roar stun you, or rather stagger you, it also drains your stamina.
Yeah, you lose a bit of psyche when it does that attack, so you need to be careful.
Actually, I don't even need those item boxes.
Yeah, done. So we skipped the mash and the torture, but we have another mash coming up. This one is very hard solo because you have to do the torture mash, and that one's long. And then this one's not as hard, but your arm is tired from that previous mash, so yeah, this one can be pretty painful.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and well, it's worth noting that you don't have to mash particularly hard. If you just do like a casual mash, you'll end up on the left side, but it's much safer being like on top of your mash game, so you can stay on the left side entirely. Because as you can see on the left side of the screen, that entire space is a safe zone for pretty much the entire thing.
Snake, you're entering the woods. Watch out.
Alright, and once we go into the woods, there's a bit more of a QTE thing. It's going to be right, left, right, right. And then we're back out in the open, but we have to... Sorry guys, I gotta go home. The boss told me.
Go home.
And once she roars, this section will be over. Which should be this one. There it is.
Yeah, once you hear the roar, you can stop mashing and just... I guess it's ended now.
Approaching the border.
Oh, and by the way, before this mission I did in fact actually get to verify that I have the twin barrel on.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad I hit start there instead of X, because I would have been going back to Mother Base again.
Don't want that.
No. No, no. Once is enough. Though it's a far cry from the earliest runs we did, where, like, every other mission someone was going back to Mother Base.
At least we learned.
Yeah.
Combat.
Oh, right. This mission we have unlocked the battle suit, but we don't need it just yet. We have one more mission with the sneaking suit first.
Yeah, this is the last sneaking mission in the run. After this, it is purely combat stages until the game ends. And also, after this stage, there are 3 stages left, so we are in the home stretch, folks.
Should be home in time for Christmas dinner.
We should make it. We'll probably make it.
Yeah.
I believe. Cutscene here. I remember.
You remember?
I remember.
Good.
See, I remembered.
Good.
I was having trouble with that. You know, we'd load in and then Python would be like, "Hey, cutscene." I'm like, oh, right. It's-
In honesty, though, that's probably the easiest one to screw up a little bit.
because it's so late in the game, I always forget about it, and I'm like, there's not a cutscene.
Head for that snake. Soviet
Nice. I
soldiers
actually got the throw you want.
Something
So
strong
I'm going to
Right.
swap to the twin
keep your
barrel.
eyes peeled, boss.
I'm actually going to aim
Shoot
towards
that thing.
that barrel there.
There we go.
Understood.
And we're both going to toss the smoke kind of up there.
Up there somewhere.
We're specifically aiming it, yes, but it's, you know, up there generally.
Why'd you take the long way around?
So I didn't get stunned by your nade.
Oh, fair enough. I use the nade stuns to roll and then get hit by the stun because that removes the little recovery animation from your roll.
Fair. It's kind of like taking a damage boost in like MGS2.
Yeah.
So after this screen, there's going to be one more screen. And 2 nights ago, during our practice run, I managed something incredible that I hope to replicate.
A godlike smoke grenade throw.
Security is
Got 'em all?
tighter around the central
I got
region.
but I got one
Best to
extra.
find another route.
Just to be certain.
Alright,
So
this...
we're going to wait out this caution over here before we transition. Because this next area,
It's just...
with caution is very slow and also very risky because there is a high chance of someone spotting you. And if you can't clear the stage if you are in alert mode. So we need to make sure that we're not in alert mode.
Yep.
Going into this area.
Alright, so what's going to happen is Minnie's going to start throwing a stun grenade directly ahead of us in our path to stun 2 guards. And I'm going to try and throw one...
That's only on caution.
Oh, right.
There's just one guard I have to get rid of.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of try and figure out the lineup I had. It was right around there. Oh, I didn't break the window with it. Oh, well. So the way that worked is that I broke the window, which caused those guys to turn around and be in a perfect position to get caught by the smoke. But that was actually
I tossed an extra smoke,
Yeah.
just to be safe.
The secondary smoke was actually pretty decent, though.
I'm just gonna get rid of this guy. Oh
Bad.
no, I fell down.
Oh, no.
Make sure that guard can't see me. I don't know where he is, but he's right there. Okay, you got him.
It'd take
On my screen, will you get the super speed? Oh no, you're just out cold on my end.
So not quite as clean as the one we had a couple of nights ago, but still pretty good.
But no alert, so that's honestly more important.
Yeah.
Because if you get an alert there, you have to take out all of the backup and wait for that to die down because you cannot end the mission. So you lose a lot of time.
All right, so we've been getting kind of used to having Snake go moderately fast. Prepare for that to change entirely.
Yeah,
'Cause-
now it's time to go very slow.
You remember how I said that the movement speed of this game is mainly determined by how heavy your equipment is? Well, as it turns out, the battle dress is the heaviest dang thing you can put on yourself.
Combat.
And this is
Yeah.
also the end of box boosting. Sorry if you were...
There will sadly be no more box boosting from here on out.
And don't forget the supply marker. That's more for me than for Minnie.
Yeah, I remember this. So you're gonna see in the cutscene them move at cutscene speed. So Snake's gonna move, you know, at a normal pace, and then we're gonna gain control, and you're gonna be like, oh, he's moving like a snail.
Oh yes. It doesn't help that we load ourselves to the brim with 2 rocket launchers and either a twin barrel or a machine gun.
Yeah, so basically, we're gonna be walking. This is it's just a nice, comfy walk through a military base.
If we could survive doing this mission in any other armor, trust us, we would.
Yes. So you see, hey, we're moving pretty fast here. Moving alright, and then we get control, and it's like... oh.
Go faster!
Controlling Peace Walker is located to the northeast.
It's so hard to
East the way you came, then head north from there.
So in this mission, we're basically just taking out just enough enemies to make sure that we don't die. Ooh, got a boat.
shot.
That was weird.
What happened?
You sneaked in and then, like, I guess you disengaged just before we went to the loading zone. And your character kind of spazzed out at the door.
Oh.
Every time we do this run, something new and spectacular happens. We've seen...
In this mission.
Yeah, we've seen me warp up into the air. We've seen me warp into the air a couple of meters. We've seen me dash ahead of him in the last mission. We've seen a guy clip through the floor and then reappear.
This game brings out the surprises.
Oops. I forgot the strat.
Okay, it worked out. It worked out. Don't worry about it.
So the net code in this game is... it's usable. I wouldn't call it great, but it's usable.
It works. Oh, we got both. Nice.
Yeah, I am for the second one always.
Can you make something to conceal yourself?
Okay, don't get sniped by a missile. Nice dodge.
I saw it coming and I'm like, no, no, no.
Impressive dodge.
Oh, even more impressive shot.
Oh, wow, okay. Alright, this guy does not want to die.
Okay.
Alright.
Oh.
You know, things don't always go the way you want them to.
So I'm gonna have to place a supply marker pretty early on into the last mission, last screen.
Okay.
The guys behind us, they are incredibly angry, and they have rocket launchers.
Yeah, they have rocket launchers and they want to shoot us.
Oh, he fell through the floor again.
Get out of here. Jesus.
Action button, Snake. Use the action button to prop it open.
Whoops.
Ow.
Take the elevator. Quick.
Butt shot. Gotta get at least one butt shot. A run. It's not a run if you don't get a butt shot, to be frank. Alright, so our goal here is to kill all of these soldiers and then destroy this chopper that is flying around. Despite what Miller says, we are going to go directly outside because we need to get rid of all these soldiers as soon as possible and deal with this chopper.
So he's going to focus on the soldiers, I focus on the chopper, and hope to not miss.
I cannot hit this soldier because he's behind cover.
There's one attacking me, causing issues.
Oh, this guy. Ow, I got shot.
Like, he has interrupted my reload like 3 times now.
Let me get him. Stop bothering my friend, please. Got a headshot on him. Oh. Is he dead?
No.
Oh, what? How did that miss?
He's flying behind the buildings.
Oh, get out of here, dude.
They've okayed your request for a
What?
cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Hello?
He's dead. He's still exploding.
Oh, he is, okay. No, he just went behind the building, came out from the same side he entered on, and then immediately went back behind it. Sorry about that.
All good.
These must be the last. Finish him off and head on through.
Got him.
It's locked.
So if we're really quick, we can actually make it out of this mission just before this starts playing.
Yeah, if you do that section perfect, you will finish before Heaven's Divide starts playing. As long as it doesn't get too far in the song, then you had a pretty good section. But if it doesn't even start, you had a perfect one.
Yeah, Heaven's Divide is a fantastic song, but sadly, we ain't got time for that.
And now it's time for the fight that is the reason why this run is around 2 hours and 30 minutes as opposed to like 220.
Yeah.
That is Peace Walker 2. So this is the longest stage in the run. This thing has a ton of health, can waste a ton of time by doing things that basically don't give you an opportunity to attack. So yeah, this fight is kind of annoying. It is very much an endurance test, and also it is the mission that we can just bear. Wait, did you bring the M60?
Yes.
Okay, good. I almost backed out of starting the mission because I was like, oh shit.
yeah, I got
Okay,
it.
alright, we're good, okay. But yeah, so, we're gonna be here for a while. Slowly doing damage to this thing. There are certain things we want it to do, despite the fact that in the game we don't want it to do this. We want it to go into nuclear launch mode, because it just sits there and does nothing, and we can get free shots off. We want it to go in the water and pop out, because it stays there for a pretty long time, even after you knock it out of nuclear launch mode. So you can get a ton of free shots in.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the things we want it to do, but it doesn't always happen.
So, you may recognize this battle theme.
Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke.
Yeah, it's from Peace Walker.
Yeah.
It's a good song. It's from Peace Walker.
The synchronized rockets are amazing. Just all the way down.
May have done that a little early. It's okay. Unfortunately, we are not getting the water attack just yet, but we'll get it eventually. So, unlike all the other bosses, Peace Walker actually has 2 weak points. Oh, here we go. Water. Nice. That's good. So usually when it's preparing or jumping around or we can't hit it, we use those times to call in for supplies. Because there is not much downtime in this fight, we need to manage our resources carefully while still pumping this thing with damage. Unfortunately, it didn't stay as long as we would have liked, but it's okay. Yeah, we were both out of range of that.
No, I rolled through the beginning of it, but he still got me.
Aw, dang.
Okay, she's gonna E-Impulse here. That's what we don't want to see.
Yeah, so E-Impulse is one thing we definitely don't want because it makes us unable to shoot rockets at it. So we have to just pummel this thing with our machine gun. And our machine gun does very little damage compared to our rockets, so this is more or less just a time waster attack.
On the upswing, she can't hit us with her rockets either.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, and also when it goes into when it goes into nuclear launch mode, it exits out of E-Impulse.
Nice!
Alright, so it's going for a stroll. Did you hit that?
No.
So when it goes for a stroll, we just have to wait for it to come to one of these openings, and we can start doing damage. That's okay. Wow, thanks for giving me the ammo that I totally wanted.
Yeah, your supply team can really troll you by giving you like grenades or C4 in this fight. And you only get 3 items per drop, so if you get one of those 3 items being something you literally just cannot use, that's bad. But it's all up to RNG, you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah. Water? Oh, it looks like water.
Yeah, it's gonna be water. Watch your head.
I'm out of there.
I'm out of here.
I'm out of here.
Thankfully, when she's in the water and while you're directly ahead of her, there's very little likelihood she'll hit you with your rockets either.
Yeah.
Peace Walker, that's improper. Indecent, even.
What are you doing? It's doing the same attack.
Oh, Will you turn around already? Thank you. What are you doing?
Okay, roar. Alright. Where are you going?
Stroll.
Going for a stroll?
Negotiate your request for a cardboard box. It'll be sent out shortly.
Oh, this is a good turn of events.
Yeah, this is a good spot.
Launch angle set. 1 minute to launch.
She's going back into nuclear launch mode. Stop her station.
Ouch.
Self-defense mode. Jump engaged.
Oh, another stroll.
Another stroll just on the other side of the map. This fight is basically just a war of attrition. We just need to make sure that we have enough stuff to beat it before it can launch that nuke. Although we are in no danger of it actually launching the nuke. Unless we stand around and do nothing for a minute. Okay, it's not gonna hit anyone.
Face me.
You've got to stop Peace Walker before she can launch her nuke.
Wow, nice troll.
Wow, I almost hit her twice with that, but this is good though.
Yeah, this is good. So we want this attack because you can actually shoot these S-mines in the air, and rather than do damage to you if you're underneath them, we'll do damage to Peace Walker. So I'm going to hang behind here. I'm going to snipe these things as they come up for some extra damage. Water? Really?
Huh. Nope, S-mines.
Oh no, S-mines, okay. I was reloading when it did that S-mine attack, so I couldn't shoot it.
We're close.
Almost done. Yeah, very close. Oh my god, the recoil. Oh no. Where's that S-mine? That's good.
Nice.
There we go.
Okay, but we're not done yet.
We beat the boss, but we are not finished quite yet. There's still a little bit more to go.
That was about a 10-minute PW2, by the way.
Yeah, I know. That was a pretty good fight.
So, there's a strong likelihood that we're going to PB this at this point, but however, we're not going to hit the sub 230. There's about 4 minutes of stuff. There's about 4 to 6 minutes of stuff still ahead of us.
Fortunately, we're not going to get that lovely sub 230, but...
It stopped.
So something a little weird is that when you come in here, Snake actually starts standing in front of aisle C of AI boards, but your cursor starts on D. So to save time, just a little bit of time, when you load in, you go left, so you're on the proper row, and then you start taking out these boards.
And yes, you do actually need to remove these.
Yeah, we actually have to take these ones out, unlike the other time we were inside this.
So then, what is an enemy? Is there such thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us. They can only be our enemies in relative terms.
So Minnie has told me he likes going left here, but I really just like going right. Chat, what's your favorite direction?
For this part, I am team left. I'm normally team right, but...
I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family.
This is the one exception.
Also, another question. Chat, what's pi?
Yeah, does anyone know what pi is? I don't remember what pi is. I think it's about about 3, isn't it?
It's pretty close, I think.
I think it's about 3.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Something like that. It's been a while since I, had to think about pi, so I can't exactly remember, but pretty close to 3, I'd say.
And once you pull out all the boards, you're done.
We did it. But
Except we're not done yet.
we're not done yet. We have one more mission.
One
One more mission.
Ah, so close too. 2:29:30 coming out of this mission.
All we need is a good Naruto.
That's literally all we need. And to
Just
not
need a
go
good
into
Naruto.
and to not go into Mother Base once extra intentionally and once extra unintentionally.
Will we ever have the dream, the no accidental Mother Base visit dream? I believe we will someday.
Someday. So, no need for mission prep here.
Yeah, we're just going to immediately go into this mission because, so casually during this fight, they're like, "Oh, we haven't actually stopped. It's gonna launch that nuke. You gotta do something." So it makes you think, "Oh, I have to shoot at it." And turns out you actually don't. Shooting at it in a speedrun actually kind of lags the game a bit, which causes the mission to end. Basically, it takes longer for the mission to end if you shoot at it. So, we're just going to stand around for about 2 minutes. Since it takes 2 minutes for this thing to end. And time will be when the screen fades to black from this section.
You know, Snake's been through a whole lot this last couple of days. I think he just really needs a nap.
Snake, you have to stop that data from being sent.
Oh god, no! Fool, you've damaged your own stamina too.
Wait, what? Why?
Because we were co-op in.
Oh.
Unbelievable. So, when Peace Walker starts exploding, that's when we know we're pretty much out of here. But until then, happy nap time, everybody.
Oh, he's arisen. Oh, he's back down. It's nap time after all, so we need, all the rest we can get.
Mm-hmm. Hey.
That's time.
2:33:32.
2:33:32.
That is, I believe that beats our PB. I'm pretty sure it
Yeah.
does. By about
We had a 235, I think.
something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
So, we hope you guys enjoyed this. This is the first ever showing of the Peace Walker co-op run.
In a marathon setting, yes,
Yeah.
this was its first appearance.
We hope you had fun, because we sure did.
Yes, we had quite a lot of fun. So I'm glad you guys enjoyed it as well.
And chat, sing a song. Sing it long. Sing it strong.
Boss.
That voice. What?
What's going on? That song. Boss. Is that you? How in the...
A ghost in the sheep? She's drowning herself to stop the transmission.
Peace Walker co-op, everybody. 233.32. Well done to Mini and Pythonicus on that wonderful co-op run. That was super entertaining. Especially all that box shenanigans.